We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Play action. Now Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
At the 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go play action here with Williams. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man.
Under pressure, they got him again. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Vegas! 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
A 60-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Yeah, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Allen. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
50 yards.
A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
The Bills at 6-5 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Swift, throwing left. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
On play action, here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. On 4th down, the Bills send out their punter, Corey Bojorquez. This is taken at the 18. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Running behind center with Vaughn. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And his throw is incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. Open man down the field, that's Burden. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 1 second, all that remains. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw, it's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
First down. First down, Bears.
Now again, right side. Sellers. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lewis seen. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
What is up? Vegas!
Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Gregory Rousseau. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And it's third down. Third and long.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
What is up?
Up the middle they go. It's Sellers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Santos' kick is up and through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know,
this is caught inside the 15. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
All 52.
Allen going to throw. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Dodges him at the 50. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two yards to go, second down.
You got Hornet! Hornet!
They'll keep it on the ground. Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
56.
Throwing now is Allen. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Down to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, 73 yards. And the Bears use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Allen going to run with it. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 54 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Vegas, Vegas! Touchdown, 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 yes.
To throw, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
For a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sellers, 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you'll be coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
Touchdown, Chicago! Roma Dunze with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
27. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Pass caught, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. That is caught by Shakir. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Allen. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Allen. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You get a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
On the ground with Vaughn.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 34. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Allen.
Now a run here, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. To throw is Allen. And that's caught by Williams.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing is Allen.
He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Allen.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Allen. Screenplay set up for Williams.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team